Welcome to APDesign Digital Tools. In this video we're going to look at using InfraWorks 360 from Autodesk to get site information. So if you go to the Autodesk educational community and sign in, you can go to download, just like you would have gotten 3ds Max and Revit. So in here you can see that's right here. Get that one, not that one. Get 360 and download that, and really simple. Create new model using Model Builder, and once you get into there you're going to put in a certain locale. So for our purposes we'll use Soho, New York City. Alright, so that popped up, and I'm going to use basically Grand and Lafayette. So I want to use perhaps this tool here to just do an outline of the streets that I think are important. So I really just need that. It all depends on how big you really want it. Obviously it'll take a little bit longer for the larger models, but as long as you're not doing the entire Manhattan Island, you're like keeping it to Soho, it should be able to be done. But I would try to keep it as small as you really need. So this will be DA3. So it'll work in the background in the cloud, and it'll email you when it's done. And we'll pause the movie. Alright, so now it's emailed me, and let's go see what it found. So you're going to close the model builder, and we see we have Soho DA3. And we'll go look at that. You'll look at it in InfraWorks, and you'll export it from there. Ooh. Okay, so here's what you have. You can obviously make this much bigger, but we're looking for that site anyway. So, and what I've found, and see, it even has the subway running down below. The bigger you get, sometimes it gets information kind of wrong. You might find that you need to clean up, so model cleanup. I'll just turn that on real quick just to kind of show you. But you might, I found that some of the buildings sometimes are in kind of weird locations, literally like that. And so you just need to use the arrows to kind of pull them up. So depending on what you're doing, you may have a little bit of cleanup. But not bad, huh? It's got the maps. Now also what I found is that it doesn't always get it absolutely accurate. Sometimes you might find a building that is actually taller than the one here, but mostly for our purposes, as long as kind of this area is pretty accurate, it won't matter what happens on the fringes. So anyway, here's this. Now what we'll do is we'll export it. So now we're ready to export this model. So we're going to go over here to this icon, go export 3D model, and what I want you to do is change this file type to the wavefront files object, and we'll go ahead and find a place to store these. And actually what we're going to do is use these multiple files, and you can see that ground and buildings. Let's use that, and again wavefront, and we'll go ahead and allow ground, and then we'll do the same with buildings. make sure it's in very front. And go ahead and hit export. I know you can't see what's on my screen, but go ahead and keep the export materials texture and the merge objects textures on. Use defined extent of export. You can draw a polygon about what you want to actually export, but we're just going to use entire model. Right, that may be a few minutes. Okay, now we go into Rhino world and hit new and hit large object meters. The info works, saves in meters. Okay, so now we're going to insert that model. And we'll do the ground first. And make sure none of your prompts, I just want it to pop in there exactly where it should be, so that those two things are in alignment. And then also make sure that this map object Y to Rhino Z is clicked. Otherwise you'll get this really strange orientation of the model. Okay, and the rest we'll just keep as is. You see it came in there. Let's just go through the same process and throw in the buildings real quick. So buildings OBJ, all the same, and we got that. Now to see this, right now we're in wireframe, so we can't really see anything very well. But we turn to shaded, and yours will look something like that. It may not look exactly like that. Yours probably looks something like that. So we're just going to, that's pretty good. Rendering shows it a little bit better like that. So you can see it comes in pretty well. Now if you are a real Rhino user, you'll download the work in progress. And in the work in progress, this is Rhino 6. Essentially, it's a beta tester for Rhino 6. So you can apply to get this at rhino3d.com. And you can see that those texture maps that we have here, all these textures, are actually visible in Rhino 6. They're also visible in 3ds Max if you're a 3ds Max user. So that's really good. There's absolutely no reason I've found to not get the work in progress. The visualizations are way ahead, and there's also some other things that really work really well with the Rhino 6 version. Okay, that should be it.